Hello everyone and welcome to another Let's Talk video. Today we are talking about tomorrow's big release of the new magic horses, which are Dorcha and Solas. They are Irish cobs and I'm so thrilled because Irish cobs are my absolute favorite breed in game. I've waited so long for the Irish cobs and now we have magic versions, which I've been hoping for, and I've been disappointed that each one before hasn't been a magic horse, but we finally have our own Irish cobs as magic versions, and I absolutely love them. Now, these horses are pretty controversial. Don't know if I said that right. But again, I'm tired. It's been quite a long week so far. But there is good news if you head over to my community page about my health situation. Very good news there, so you can go and check that out. But again, we are going to talk about the magic courses. This is why we are here. We are going to talk about them. We're going to read up about them in the description below because there's quite a bit of information on them. So we're going to watch the video one time and then I'm going to kind of go through it. So let's see. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Um, so let's go back, turn the music off. Dorcha and Solas. Trying to find like a good picture where they're just standing still. No, I'm not going to use that one to review it. Okay, here's a good picture to stop at. I love, now I forget what this is called. I know it's something medieval, but I completely forget. But it's actually really cool. I never thought Star Stable would do something like this, and I absolutely love it. Um, love the bay pinto as well as the black, but I was expecting more different colors, maybe a leopard pattern. I would like to see that. But they went in this direction, which I don't think is terrible. I don't think it's like end of the world terrible like some people think. Um, but I do like they added a bay. Like just a nice simple bay pinto. For the non-magic wild coat, I actually really like its markings. As for the black and Tabano, uh, I I like it, but I don't like it that the markings are just a tiny bit too blue. And honestly, I'm fine with it, but the problem is it's going to be kind of difficult to match with outfits because I know that's a very big thing in the community. And if someone was to use this horse, you'd kind of have limited options of where you can go as outfit wise. Um, but regardless, I still like them a lot. That doesn't change anything for me. I still really like them. And that's pretty much it for this clip. Let's go on ahead. Oh, that was really fast, actually. Okay, So this is an even better look. I do like they added the little spots, but I still would have preferred a leopard pattern. Um, Still would have preferred a different color from this. The bay is great. The bay, I will admit, is gorgeous. Not that I don't love the black Tabano, I do. But I would prefer more rare colors, more colors that we haven't really had in game before, or colors we've had less of. Again, not hating on it. I absolutely love these horses. I'm buying them both. They're Irish Cops. I have to. But just I do hope Star Stable does add more variations, both non-wild and I mean normal Irish Cob and wild versions. So let's go ahead. So here we have the pink. Now the pink has been very controversial. The more I look at it, it's not that bad. Um, and obviously, once I get into the description, it kind of explains why this design was chosen. And as I'm reading it, I'm like, okay, it's making more sense. When I first saw it, I thought, oh, that's kind of interesting. I still like it, but it's interesting. I've never seen anything really like this as like bird wise, but once I get into the description, it'll kind of explain it better. All right, so wow, that was really fast. So give me a second. No, don't want that. Goodness, that's fast. Okay. All right, so I don't know if they edited it, but when I look at it in the daylight, it's actually not that bad. I think it was just the original teaser photo. Um, that was what was it? That was published. I think yeah, it was published last update day last week. So and it was very bright blue when I looked at the photo, but now I'm looking at it in game and it doesn't look that terrible. Again, it might be difficult to coordinate outfits, I don't know. Um, but it doesn't look as bad as I originally thought. It's actually a little bit lighter. I don't know if they went back and edited it and did an edit of it. Um, but when I look at it in the daylight, it's not actually that bad, which is good. I probably still could make an outfit or two with this horse to put into my outfit series. But it again doesn't look that bad, so that's excellent. And I love the peacock version because I grew up around peacocks. Um, just so pretty. I love the indigo coat. I love the colors, and I love the pink one as well. Once I read and found out what actually they were trying to do, and then I'm like, okay, makes a little bit more sense. A little weird, but it makes sense. All right. So this is kind of just letting you look at them from all angles a bit. But yeah, I really like these horses. Unpopular opinion, but I really like them. Not just because of the fact that they're Irish cops. And that's it. So we're going to go to the description and talk about them. Alright. So here we go. According to Irish legends, butterflies can cross over from the human world to the other world. On Jorvik, we know this other world as Pandoria. These rare horses might as well be the source of these myths. We're not sure if they bear a closer resemblance to a peafowl or a butterfly, but what we do know is that they are gorgeous. Yes. Obviously, let's go back here a second to look at them both in one picture. Here we go. So this one's definitely a peafowl. That you can tell. As for this one does kind of remind me like a bird butterfly mix. But again, I'll go back down and read more. We are going to talk about the blue one first because I think Alright, so the Dorcha is known as the guardian of the caves, and it is shy in its nature. According to myth and legend, the Dorcha will appear to save lost travelers in winding caves and guide them out, but will always stop short of the light. That makes sense because the name Dorcha in uh, Irish means dark. So that makes sense. That completely makes sense. I completely understand why that one was chosen, its name. But we are going to talk about Solas now. That's it. Um, the Solus loves and cherishes the bright Pandoric lights, which mirror in its coat. Which, if you think about it, and you look at this horse, you see Pandoria. I see it. And I didn't actually think of Pandoria when I saw this horse because the way that they described it was pretty much birds. So I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I've never seen a pink bird except for a flamingo. So that was kind of interesting, but let's continue reading. The time spent in its pink reality has affected its metabolism of this special horse, leading it to having seamless, boundless energy. That makes more sense. That it make when I once I figured out this horse was inspired by Pandoria, and I'm like, okay, the color scheme makes sense. It makes sense now. Um, but I wish they would have kind of explained that just a little bit more in the teaser, and I think people would be less upset over it if they realized, oh, it's more so Pandoria than an actual bird. Uh, which obviously now that I know that information, I get it. I get it. I like this horse even more that I know that information because I do like the stories that come with it. So let's finish reading the next paragraph. As Dorcha and Solus are magical horses, they hide their magical coats in nature. Yeah, that we know. These very special horses will join your family for 85 star coins each, which I figured. You won't be able to change the main style, just like Irish Cobbs, Dorcha, and Solus are cold resistant, which means they can go to Dino Valley, which, again, all great things. So, again, I really like these horses, especially now that I know what Solus kind of is representing, because it was kind of unclear in the teaser, but now that I know it's more so Pandoria more than anything else, it does make sense. However, if they were going to use the butterfly term, I would expect it more of a butterfly pattern than a bird. But again, not hating. Um, just my personal thoughts on it. So I really don't have anything more to talk about with these horses. I absolutely love them. However, the criticism behind these horses has been very harsh. I do like to remind everyone there is a excuse me. There is a proper way to criticize how one does to criticize an art piece because these horses are art pieces. I'm just gonna play for the video. Why not? These horses are art pieces, and I think everyone just thinks, oh, they're just throwing it out because they can, and that's just simply not the case. These horses are art pieces. A lot of blood and sweat and tears, and a lot of love went into these horses, and I can see that. Especially going to read on to what these horses stand for and where the origins of these horses really. Um, but I really enjoy them, and we really shouldn't bash the creators because unfortunately these things do happen. Not everyone's gonna like an update. That's just natural. It's kind of crazy if you do like every update. There's certain updates I don't like, but I don't go around saying, hey, this update's terrible, shame on the Star Stable team. I don't go around saying that. You guys don't hear me complain whenever an update comes out. I always act excited because it's something new. It's something to do. Again, you don't have to buy these horses as well. You really don't have to spend your money on them. If you want to save for another horse, save for another horse. That's completely fine. No one's forcing you to buy these horses, even though technically they are exclusive horses. But you don't have to buy them instantly. That's the point I'm trying to get out here. Um, but that's really all I have to say for the most part. Just be kinder to each other and kinder in your words. We're all still dealing with this pandemic, and it will end at some point. We will get back to normal life. But until then, we have to remind ourselves that we are human and that we all make mistakes, and we just have to be kinder to each other. That's all. As always, you guys, remember to keep it positive. Happy trails, everyone. I will see you in the next video. Bye!